Hello. Uh, this is the third lesson, the third part of algebra, basics of algebra. We are in the chapter algebra. This is the topic, and the topic is like uh, this is the topic for today: multiplying out brackets. In this topic, we will multiply two brackets, and this would be the procedure which we would follow in questions. So let's say we have a question 4a, and inside the bracket we have 3b and 2c. So you will multiply this 4a inside the bracket with both of them. So 4 times 3 is 12, and we will write a and b on its own place. So obviously we cannot uh, multiply them or simplify them further. So therefore 4 times 3 is 12, and we will write a and b together. So that means we have multiplied this 4a with 3b. Then the next part is that we will multiply this 4a with 2c as well. So 4a into c is 4 times 2 is 8, and we will write a and c together. So it means we have multiplied both of them. So this is the answer. This is how you can multiply a number inside the bracket. So actually we will multiply in with both of them. In question 2, you can see the negative 4 is outside the bracket, and we have two terms inside the bracket, 3p square and 7q cube. Now you will multiply this negative 4 inside the bracket. So 4 times 3 is 12, but here you can see negative and positive. So negative and positive is negative. We have studied that in the previous lesson. Negative plus negative times plus is negative. This is multiplication, so therefore we will write a negative sign here. And 4 times 3 is 12, and we will write p square with it. Now we will multiply this 4 with this another term, which is 7q cube. So 4 times 7 is 28, and we will write q cube with it. But negative times negative will become plus. So this is one of the important point. While multiplying a negative number inside the bracket, actually it will change the signs inside the bracket. So this is a new point. Okay, in question number 3, we will multiply two brackets. You can see 2p minus 4 and 3p plus 1. So we will first start with the first term. We will multiply that with the first term of the next bracket. So 2p multiply 3p will become 2 times 3 will become 6, and p will become p square. By the way, we have studied this in the basic rules that when the bases are same, power will be added. So you can see p multiply p, I have written over here. So it means p mean there is a power of 1 on p, and there is a power of 1 on this p as well. So p multiply p will become p square. When the bases are same, power will be added. We studied this rule in the first lesson, in the second lesson, sorry. Okay, so this would become 6p square. Then we will multiply this 2p square, 2p, with the next term, that is 1. So 2p multiply 1 is 2p. I have written it over here. Now, I will now multiply this 4 with 3p, and then I will multiply 4 with 1. So 4 times 3 is 12, but you can see the sign here, it is negative, it is positive. So negative times positive will become negative. So therefore we will write negative. And 4 times 3 is 12, and we will write p as well. So 12, negative 12p. And 4 times 1 is negative 4, because this is negative and that is positive. So negative times positive is negative. So 4 times 1 is 4. Now we have studied one another rule, which I explained you in the first lesson of algebra basics, that we will add number with another number, and you will add x with another x. So here you can see this is 2p and 12p, both are the same. So we can add or subtract them. So Here we will apply the addition rule, which you have learned in the first lesson. That this is 2 plus 2p minus 12p. So you can see this is negative, this is plus. So negative times plus is negative. So what does this negative mean? We have to subtract them. Okay, this negative means that you will subtract 2p and 12p. Now obviously you will subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. So 12 minus 2 is 10. So 10p we got, but we will write the sign of the bigger number. So you can see I have written the sign of that bigger number, which is negative. And we will write negative 4 on its own place. So this is how we multiply two brackets. Now let me solve another question. Question number 4. So let's assume x minus 1 and x minus 2. These are two brackets. Now how to multiply them? So we will start with the first this one x. We'll multiply it with this x, and we will multiply x with 2 as well. Okay, so x times x will become x square. Okay, we have studied this rule. X multiply x, bases are same, power will be added, so x square. Now we will multiply this x with that 2, so it would become negative 2x. Because it is positive here, it is negative, so negative times positive is negative, so 2x. We will now multiply this negative 1 with this x. So this is negative x, and then you will multiply this negative 1 with that negative 2, so it will become negative 2. Now both of them are same. You can see negative 2x minus negative x. So it would become x square minus 3x minus 2. Now because negative 2x and negative x, we can add them because both are same. You can see this is x and it also contain x. So negative times negative is positive. So it means we have to add them. And we will write the bigger sign, which is negative. So I have written over here. This is the answer. Now to multiply three brackets, this is now a bit advanced. So the process to multiply three brackets, we will first solve these two brackets. Okay, when we get the answer for these two brackets, we will then multiply that answer with the third one. So let's solve it together. X times x, we will multiply x with the x, and then we will multiply x with the 3. Obviously, we'll multiply 1 with both of them in the bracket. So x times x is x square. Then x times 3 is plus 3x. Then 2 times, okay, it is now the term of this. We'll multiply 2 with x, so plus 2x. And we will then multiply this 2 with that 3 as well. So 2 times 3 is plus 6. Now we got this answer from these two brackets. We will multiply this with the third bracket, and the third bracket we will write on its own place. I have written on its own place. I will multiply this with this bracket. So we will start from x square. So you will multiply x square with the first term of the next bracket. And then we will then multiply this x square with the next term of the second bracket. So x times 2x will become 2x cube, because you can see 2 is over there, and x square and x will become x cube. Okay, base is same, power will 8. Then you will multiply this x square with that minus 1, so it will become negative x square. Then this is now the term of this one. Okay, we will multiply this 3x with that 2x, so it would become plus 6x, because this is plus 2x plus 3x and plus 2x, so it would become 6x square, because x is here and x is there, and x times x is x square. Then you will multiply plus 3x with that negative 1, so it would become negative 3x. Then you will multiply this 2x with both of them, so 2 times 2 is 4, so 4x square. And then 2x with negative 1 will become negative 2x. And then you will multiply this 6 with 2x and 1, so 6 times 2 is 12x, and 6 times 1 is negative 1. By the way, these two terms are with the continuation of this one, but I don't have space over here, so I have written it over here. Now we will add the common things in it. So if you see this one and this one, these are common. So it would be okay. I will write 2x cube on its own place. First, we will add these two. So I have explained you the same rule. So plus minus is minus, so it means we will subtract them because this is addition rule. So it is 5x square, but we will write the sign of the bigger, that is plus. So we got this 5x square. Now we will add this thing with plus 4x square. Okay, I have written it over here, and I will combine. I will do x in the next step then. -6. Okay, now we will add these two. So 2x cube, it would become plus 9x square. And now we will add these x terms together. So -3x, -2x would become -5x, and -5x plus 12x would become plus 7x, and -6. So this is the answer. This is how we solve 3 brackets, and this is the answer. So this was part 3. This was the topic was multiplying out 2 or 3 brackets with each other. Thank you.